I analyzed every $1 million per year YouTuber in the business and coaching space, and I discovered that they all use the exact same strategies in their channel packaging, in their channel sales psychology, and in the way they deliver info that sets them aside as authorities in their niche. And I use these exact same strategies with one of my clients, Lyndon, who we've helped take his channel to over 67,000 subscribers, and we helped them make over $70,000 in a single month completely organically without the use of any paid ads or doing any cold outreach.
We just hit 50,000 subscribers. We make over $70,000 a month from our YouTube channel. And Andrew has been a huge part of that.
Now, most business owners think that successful YouTube channels are built on high production and consistency, having some of the most aesthetic looking thumbnails and having some of the craziest animations in their videos. But after studying channels that make over $1 million per year in the education niche, like William Brown, Alex Hormozi, and Iman Ghaji, what I discovered is that they stand out in their niche because they think of packaging as a way to attract their ideal clients and their ideal viewers, as opposed to just chasing clicks. And inside their videos, they use strategic positioning techniques that gives them instant authority and tells their prospects, I need to work with this guy before the video even ends. Just like William Brown, who has perfected this to a T with wearing a $50,000 Rolex and having his background as the Palm in Dubai. Which is why in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down the exact strategies that you could copy and paste into your channel to beat 99% of people in your niche, and so that you could steal their leads. So let's get to the first thing, the $1 million packaging formula. Every channel that I analyzed had top tier thumbnails in common. And I don't mean they look like the highest quality or they look the most aesthetic. I mean that their thumbnails were very effective at getting people on the video who they wanted on the video. And you will never get anywhere on YouTube if you can't even attract someone to click on your video. Because like I said earlier, most business owners think that good packaging is just making it high quality and making it aesthetic. However, whenever I analyzed $1 million plus business YouTubers, I found something completely different. Their packaging is actually designed to repel the wrong people and attract the right viewers. You have to think of your thumbnails like a filter and not a fishnet. Your thumbnails should not appeal to everyone, and they should use specific visuals that only your target audience will recognize. An example would be this thumbnail by Jeremy Haynes. This video is titled How to Pack Your Calendar with Qualified Sales Calls, and as you can see, other than Jeremy on the right, the main element in this thumbnail is actually his Slack channel. Now, anyone who is not familiar with Slack will never ever come across this video and think to click on it because they will not be familiar with the content in the thumbnail at all, which is one little tactic used to cut out unqualified people who are not going to benefit from watching this video. But how do you actually make thumbnails like this, and how do you approach it the right way so that you include visual cues like this that will repel the wrong audience? And there's actually a complete framework that Alex Hormozi himself uses that will guarantee your packaging attracts your target audience. So what this is the dream outcome times the perceived likelihood of achievement over time delay times effort and sacrifice. Whenever you're creating a thumbnail, try to hit on at least 3 of these things within your title and thumbnail combination. So this thumbnail from my client is a perfect example. Give me 17 minutes and I'll show you how to get 100K subs. And in the packaging, it shows this is all it takes with text at the top, and it has an iPhone view of 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. This hits on time delay because, as you can see right here, it says give me 17 minutes. That's how long it will take for you to get what you want. And in the title, it shows I'll show you how to get 100K subs. And in the thumbnail, we reinforce that by showing a YouTube dashboard with 100,000 subs right on the thumbnail. And that's exactly how you position and you actually create a video that is valuable to your target audience. However, if you implement this correctly in your packaging, your videos can still get scrolled past on the homepage if you don't follow this one design rule. It is called the 3-element rule. And what this rule is basically what its name describes. It means that on every single thumbnail you make, you should not have more than 3 elements on screen. So for example, we got this Alex Hormozi video. If I started a business in 2026, I'd do this. And as you can see, the thumbnail is super simple. It has literally him on the corner here on the left. Then we have text on screen, so that's element number 2. And then we have a background, which is element 3. As you can see, pretty much every thumbnail that Iman made makes follows this rule. Like this video, how to start SMMA for beginners in 2026 with $0. We literally have Iman, right? We have the table, and then we have text in the background. 3 elements. And just like this video here as well, smartest route to $10,000 a month in 2026 is literally Iman on screen, right in the middle. Then we have $10,000 a month with text behind them. And then we have the background. 3 elements. And we've implemented this exact design rule into my client's thumbnails, as you can see here. The beginner's guide to YouTube. This is a 6-hour-long free course. It's just a photo of my client in the middle, YouTube logo behind them, and then the background. 3 elements on this thumbnail. And the next video is a VSL on his second channel, the exact system to make $1 million on YouTube, where it's again just a photo of him in the middle, estimated revenue text in the back, and then you can see a framework laid out behind them. 3 elements. And implementing this simple design rule in his thumbnails has generated him thousands of dollars. But having thumbnails that attract the right audience is only one of the common traits these business owners have in common. And there's actually a strategy that I see top business creators use that guarantees their channel audience converts from viewers to buyers over time. And it is because they build an audience, not a YouTube channel. What do I mean by this? Most business owners never make it on YouTube because they're focused on a short-term sale. They're trying to make content and they're trying to sell you in 1, 2, or 3 videos. But this will never work because someone will never buy anything from someone they do not trust, and trust takes time to build. So instead of focusing on a short-term sale, trying to sell someone in under 5 videos, think long-term. Try to create content that is designed for people to watch your channel for even up to a year before they even buy. Thinking in a long-term sale is exactly what these business owners who are making over $1 million every year are doing, because they understand it is simply impossible to have someone go from completely not knowing you to buying your product and service in a few videos. And that's why their whole channel strategy is designed for months and months and months of someone viewing their content. And this all comes down to the 5 different pillars of awareness. So you have unaware people, which make up a majority of the market that you're going to be attracting. Then we have problem aware and solution aware people, which are going to take up a large portion as well. And then we're going to have product aware people, which is even less of a small portion. And then we have most aware people, which are going to be like 5% or less of your audience. Your goal is simply to take someone who is completely unaware of you, your content, your product, your offer, anything like that, to someone who is aware and they know your product exists. They know that you are the solution to them, and they know that buying that will actually improve their business because they've seen case studies, they've seen testimonial videos and everything like that on your channel. Now, if you're looking for strategies like this to be implemented into your own channel to add another $10,000 to $30,000 in revenue per month to your bottom line, I've created a done-for-you YouTube system that handles everything from titles to thumbnails to ideation to even video editing. So if you want to build a YouTube channel that gets you clients completely organically and sets you as the authority in your niche, click the first link in my description where you can book a completely free 30-minute long strategy call with me, and I can see how I could help you out. And if not, no worries, let's get right back to the rest of the video. Which is why the business creators that are making millions in revenue each year take a completely different approach to the short-term sale. They focus on up to 1 to 2 year viewing cycles. So the goal is to have viewers see you, watch your content, and build trust with you for up to the next 2 years. And a perfect example of this is Alex Hormozi. He makes content that solves real problems, not just teasing solutions. And he's giving away his best strategies completely for free. And his videos build a trust bank to his viewers. Most people watch him, they get a ton of value, sometimes they implement some of the tips that he says, but they don't actually buy anything. They become a fan, they watch every new video he uploads, and they implement what they are learning into their business. And just alone off of this free content, some of their problems are getting solved, and they're making more money implementing what Alex is saying. And at this stage is whenever a viewer would have 10 to 30 hours of watch time on your channel. Now after this, they've watched your content for over 10 hours, they know who you are, you've built a lot of trust with them, they trust you as an entrepreneur, and they really see you as an authority on someone who is super knowledgeable in what they talk about. They are going to go to this next phase. Now here's where they're thinking, Alex could really help me get to that next level. They've digested 10 hours of content, so they built a personal relationship with Alex. This is far different than just looking at some of his content and implementing some of their tips. They've actually learned more about Alex personally, what his personality is like, who he is as a person aside from business, and everything like that. And they got so much value from the free content that Alex has posted, so they asked themselves, buying his product would really help me level up and put me to the next level, because all of this free stuff gave me so much value. If I actually actually paid for exclusive stuff from Alex, it's going to push me to an even higher level. And that leads to spending over $5,000 because you've built this whole system out that has put this viewer in a space where they've gone to know you, they've gone to like you, and they've gone to respect you as an authority. And from the time the viewer has stumbled onto your first video like this right here to spending $5,000 with you, that viewer discovery to buyer cycle usually takes 3 months to 1 year. And that's why thinking about a long-term sale is so important rather than trying to sell someone in under 10, 15, 20 videos. But how do you actually implement this onto your own channel? These are the 5 different types of viewers that are going to come across your content. People who are unaware, people who are problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and most aware. Now, to optimize for each one of these people, you need to make 3 different types of content for them. So unaware and problem aware people are going to be more attracted to your top of funnel type of content that is more broad videos in your niche. And the solution aware and some problem aware viewers are going to be more attracted to your middle of funnel videos that are going to be specific problems that you solve inside of your niche. And product aware and most aware viewers are going to be most attracted to case study videos and client testimonial videos that showcases that what you're selling actually works because they see the results that it's gotten other clients. These are 3 different types of videos on my client's channel. And as you can see, these videos also go hand in hand in views as well. The videos that get the most views are going to be videos that are attracting the unaware and problem aware people because most of these people exist. Not that many people fall into these categories over here. So that's why this video got 2.5K views and this video got 258 views, which is a subset niche video that is showing you how to get 33% longer session time on your YouTube channel. Since that is a specific problem within YouTube, that one only got 258 views. And then getting the least views is this video right here, how she went from 0 to 20,000 subscribers in 60 days, which is literally just a client case study video going over how she was able to achieve these results working with my client. Now, these videos are all uploaded on the channel and they create a pathway for the viewers to follow, going from one video to the next, to the next, and to the next, and eventually going and finding the conversion asset on your channel where you are going to sell them on your service. And at this point, whenever they reach this video, they are going to be ready to be converted and ready to turn into a buyer. And doing this, every subscriber is an asset that appreciates over time. Your audience will become more valuable the longer that they follow you. And they're watching new videos, they're getting more value, and they're building more trust with you and getting to know you personally as well. Because whenever someone watches one of these videos, they're going to get more recommended in their sidebar, they're going to get cookied by YouTube for watching that video and clicking on it, they're going to get sent more and more of your videos, and you're just creating a huge trap for a viewer to fall into so that you could help them and you could sell them your offer and get them results. And this exact strategy is how people like Iman Ghazi or Alex Hormozi could launch a new offer and make millions in the first week. And an example of this was Alex Hormozi's latest book launch, which made him over $100 million in one single day. And this only works because he's not selling to strangers. He's been selling to a pre-existing audience that's been warmed up for years. But you need to understand that the top business creators don't just drop value in their videos. They actually teach in a way that makes you want to hire them. And there's a specific info delivery framework that they all use to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And once you see it, you'll notice it in every single successful business owner's channel. Which brings us to the 7-figure delivery system. What most of these creators do is they teach the what, but they sell the how. So this is the teach the what and sell the how framework. So how this works is they teach you the framework. So for example, here's a 3-step system that makes you more money online. And then they show you the complexity of implementing each step. So for example, step 1 requires ABC, which could take up to 40 hours of your time and years of your experience to get right. And then they present a shortcut, which is pretty much hiring them to do this all for you. You can all do this or have me build it out for you in 3 days. And Hormozi actually does it in this video. 3 simple fixes that grow any business. In this video, he reveals 3 different fixes that could help grow any business. He shows an example of how each fix would help certain businesses grow, but he leaves out how to implement it specifically for the person watching their business. And what this does is that it creates a demand for his services without him ever having to pitch them. So the viewer leaves the video thinking, I know what to do, but I don't have the time or experience to do it. I need Alex. Because what most business owners do wrong is they hold back information. But this sucks because then you've built no trust. And viewers are going to see you as a guru who's holding back information. Or another mistake they make is giving the exact step-by-step instructions which give no reason for them to want to hire you or work with you. And the answer to this is you need to find a balance that makes you the solution. But there's one final technique that separates creators at the top from the other 99% who struggle to pull leads from YouTube. And it's that they use a specific type of language that actually positions them in the expert in the way they deliver their speech. And there are 4 different specific lines of copy that I see these creators use all the time. The first one is definitive statements. This is the best way to scale in 2026. They present what they're breaking down with confidence. They don't say, I think this might work, or this has worked in my experience. They say 100% this is the best way to scale. So those are definitive statements. Next are contrarian takes. These are lines that try to convince the viewer on why other people are doing something wrong and what you're doing differently that is actually the right way. So an example of this is everyone tells you to do X, but that's actually what's keeping you stuck at $20,000 per month. And then we have insider knowledge. After working with 500 plus clients, I've learned that. And what this does is it presents your information with a lot more value as opposed to if you just said what you're going to say. Because presenting it in this way makes it seem like it's insider info and that it is not easily obtained to learn this information. And then we have frameworks and different types of naming in the systems that people use. They create proprietary systems with names and they make them quotable and easy to remember. So an example would be Alex Hormozi's value equation, which I actually went over earlier in this video as well. He created this exact system and has the name value equation, and anytime someone says value equation, they think of this exact system that Alex created. He's famous for this diagram that he made, and he's famous for this whole strategy. And similarly, we have Iman Gaji's monk mode. Iman Gaji's monk mode is simply just a dopamine detox, just completely reworded to fit his branding. So now anyone who thinks of monk mode instantly thinks of the name Iman Gaji. But now that you know some of the most valuable strategies the top business creators use to make millions from YouTube, knowing this info is not enough. It will not magically get you more sales or more clients from YouTube. You have to actually implement all of this specifically for your channel. And that's exactly why I created a video that shows you the full guide on how to build a lead gen channel completely from scratch. I reveal how to implement my complete YouTube blueprint to go from zero to over $100,000 per month from YouTube organically. So click right here on screen to watch it and you'll learn everything you need to know to build a YouTube channel that is a client acquisition machine.